Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Tanunya from Rnr School. What I would like to present you today is my apprenticeship entitled Values of Coffee with Tea and Coffee Residue as Alternative Green Reagent to Synthesize Zero Particle. First of all, let me introduce you about zero particle. Zero particles are a small particle of zero in the range of 1 to 100 nanometers, and their unique property is antibacterial activities. As you can see on the screen, there are lots of various chemical applications such as antibacterial reagents, textile, and food packaging. To synthesize zero particle, there are three measures, that is chemical, physical, and biological. Chemical and physical methods are the most common approach for production of zero particle, but this method uses inorganic reducing agent, usually unsafe to the environment. Alternatively, biological methods offer simple, low cost, and eco-friendly, and this method also referred to as green approach since natural reducing and stabilizing agents were used, and low or no toxic is produced. And this approach, production of zero particle can be obtained via living organism, biomolecule, and plant extract. And if you see the picture on the right side, show tea and coffee are the popular hot beverage in many parts of the world, and high waste of tea and coffee residue are needed to eliminate each year. So I wonder if the waste tea and coffee residue can be used to other purpose. Therefore, I address questions. Do this tea and coffee residue contain some physical compound that can be used to reducing and stabilizing agents for synthesis of zero particle? Thus, this work is interesting to investigate the possible use of extract of discard tea and coffee residue as alternative agent to green productions of zero particle. And how to produce zero particle in a short reaction time. This is a microwave irradiation. Microwave irradiation is a rapid means of material heating for domestic, industrial, and medical purposes. A number of advantages over conventional heatings are such as non-contact heatings, energy transfer instead of heat transfer, material selective and volumetric heatings, fast startup and stopping. Due to the need of a fast and green production of zero particle, this work is interesting to study the green synthesis of zero particle using the extract from the wasted tea and coffee residue under the microwave irradiation. From the mentioned idea leading to the objective of the study, which are to study the reducing activity of the different type of the wasted tea and coffee residue collected from 6 local, and next is to study optimal condition to synthesize zero particle, including the effects of the extract concentration and reaction time. Scope of study. This work is divided into 2 parts. First, reducing activity of the extract of wasted tea and coffee residue collected from 6 local, and second, synthesis of zero particle using the extract of wasted tea and study effects of extract concentration and reaction time. Overview of experiments. That shown in slide, there are 2 steps. The first step is extractions of waste tea and coffee residue. First, I prepare wasted tea and coffee residue, 24/6 local, I show the slide, and mix with DI water, boil for 10 minutes, filter by the filter paper, and centrifuge at 4,000 square G for 5 minutes and use the upper layer. And the next is our reducing activities. I prepare the extract at 0.2522 mg per ml, and then mix with the diphosphate buffer, 1% ferrocyanide, incubate at 50 Celsius degree for 10 minutes, and take in cool in an ice bath, and then mix with a 10% TCA, distilled water, percolate, and lastly, measure absorbent at 7 nanometers. And this is a result of reducing activity of the extract derived from tea and coffee residue collected from 6 local are shown in this slide. The x-axis is a concentrations of the extract, and the y-axis is absorbent at 700 nanometers. And in these experiments, ascorbic acids are used to control from the picture. The extract derived from the wasted champignon tea residue exhibited the highest reducing activity to determined by the FRP assay, and the wasted champignon tea was mixture of green tea and red tea. So both of red tea and green tea were used to the next experiment. The next experiment is optimize condition to synthesize nanoparticle. In the first step, the mixtures of the extract and silver nitrates were microwave irradiated. Then, a formation of silver nanoparticle was monitored by the UV spectrum at 300 to 900 nanometers. After that, effects of the extract concentration and reaction time on the production of silver nanoparticle were also investigated. And the result of synthesis of silver nanoparticle using the extracts of original red and green tea are shown on the screen. The x-axis is the wavelength and the y-axis is absorbance. Yes, as I mentioned before, that champignon exhibits the highest reducing activity, but it contains red and green tea. So in these experiments, red tea and green tea were used to produce silver nanoparticle. And from the picture, for the extract derived from original red and green tea, both extracts mediate the productions of silver nanoparticle as determined by the characteristic SR peak. Next, the wasted red tea and green tea was used to do the reactions, and this is a result of silver nanoparticle using the extracts derived from the wasted red and green tea are shown here. And from the picture, both extract excited are formation of silver nanoparticle as since the SPR peak. The extract derived from wasted tea shows similar activity to mediate the formations of silver nanoparticle as compared with the extract derived from original tea, suggesting that wasted tea excess is efficient induce our productions of silver nanoparticle. So in the work, the wasted green tea was chosen to use in the next experiment. The effects of the extract concentrations on the productions of silver nanoparticle are shown here. The right side is our negative control is only green tea extract, and the left side is our green tea extract with silver nitrates. And for the picture, The production use of silver nanoparticle was increased according to the increased concentration of the extract of this green tea, and the highest use of silver nanoparticle was under the conditions of 2 mg per ml extract, but their side distribution was their highest. And this is our effects of the reaction time on the production of silver nanoparticle. That you will see in the picture, a formation of silver nanoparticle was as fast as 15 seconds microwave irradiations, and improved formations of silver nanoparticle as the radiation time were increased. So the production, use, and side distributions of silver nanoparticle was highest at 60 seconds. The conclusions. First, among 6 extracts derived from the wasted tea and coffee residue collected from the local cafe, the Champagnon wasted tea exhibited the highest reducing activities. Second, due to the compositions of red and green tea in Champagnon, the reducing activity of extract derived from the both tea types were analyzed, which green tea extract exhibits the highest activity, thus choosing a production of silver nanoparticle. Third, the extract of wasted green tea could facilitate formations of silver nanoparticle as determined by the characteristics SPR peak of silver nanoparticle. Fourth, the production use of silver nanoparticle was increased according to increased concentrations and reaction time. And then lastly, the highest use of silver nanoparticle was obtained from the reactions using 2 mg per ml and 60 seconds under the microwave irradiations. Big thanks to DPST, IPST, Associate Professor Dr. Sinasiri, Suratnam School, and thank you for your attention.